The primary reason we should believe Genesis is because Jesus did. And Jesus is the creator. So when Jesus says something about creation, that should give us incredible confidence. A lot of Christians think that we can accept evolution billions of years before Adam or other compromising positions on creation without really affecting our faith. But in reality, there are serious consequences to this sort of attempt to reconcile Scripture and evolution. And John goes on to say that the Word became flesh and dwelt among us. So for John and the rest of the New Testament authors, Jesus is nothing less than the agent of creation. It's not as explicit in the English, but the way it's phrased in the Greek implies that God is active in his creation. He didn't just light the fuse on the Big Bang and sit back while everything developed on its own. The very continued existence of creation is dependent on God's power. When the Pharisees come to Jesus to try to trip him up regarding the Bible's teaching about divorce, Jesus grounds his answer not in the law of Moses, which he says was a concession to wicked human beings, but with a precedent from before the fall. But from the beginning of creation, God made them male and female. Therefore, a man shall leave his father and mother and hold fast to his wife. By the way, are you noticing a pattern here yet? Every time one of the New Testament authors refers to Genesis, he takes it as completely authoritative history. Notice that Peter says that they deliberately overlook the fact of the flood. He's saying that they're culpable for their unbelief. It's so clear, the evidence is so obvious that it's not possible to just miss it. It has to be deliberately overlooked. This verse also affirms a global flood. The Greek word cosmos was used instead of words that could more easily be interpreted to mean something like the inhabited world or human civilization. So the most natural meaning of this passage is that the whole earth was flooded. Jesus, Paul, Peter, and the other New Testament authors believed the history of Genesis, and they were so confident in its history that they built their theology on it, so much so that the gospel dangles rootlessly without creation.